Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy ColtsTalk. We are back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about week one of the preseason. Of course, we don't really care about the win or loss because we did lose at the end by a field goal, but most of the players didn't play. Overall perception is a quick recap. Mostly, like I said in other times on Twitter and in the last video, I want to see the preseason for the young guys. I don't care about the starters because they already have their place. We already know what they can do and what the potential is. Like I didn't even want to see Isaiah Rodgers, even though he was balling out. But Nick Cross was out there. He was shining. The run game was pretty mesh. The offense in general was pretty icky, in my opinion. Even Matt Ryan, he couldn't hit all cylinders on the targets because the wide receivers just could not get open. Plain and simple, which goes to my next statement, is that we need a veteran wide receiver. It is a huge deal for a veteran wide receiver to be on this roster because it's a security blanket, in my opinion. And we need that for sure. If you didn't watch, I know the preseason isn't like, oh, this won't happen in the regular season or anything, but the fact that if you watch the wide receivers and how they struggle, if we go with this core into next season, Alec Pierce did pretty decent, so I won't give him any slander. But everyone else, if we go into this core into the season, Michael Pittman Jr. will be doubled. Now, of course, you might say, "Oh, well, that gives Alec Pierce flashes to go off." Because no, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be that easy. Which brings us to my next point. Besides us getting a veteran wide receiver, our offensive line struggled in the preseason game, and that will go into a big factor going into the regular season and how the offensive line looked. And we all talked about, oh, well, their starters is playing so we can gain chemistry and da 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 da. We didn't even run our regular plays like we will do into the season. And to watch the offensive line struggle like that, it's like, it's a little questionable. It's a little questionable. But the second unit with Rahman and Will Freeze, they played pretty decent. So they have potential. But that core as a unit, they got to get it together. They got to get it together. Now, of course, we got joint practices coming up. So the starters won't be playing week 2 of the preseason, thank goodness, because I did not want them playing anyway. Isaiah Rodgers went out with that concussion, but he said he was fine on Twitter, so that's good. But that's just one of the issues that I mentioned. But it's okay. But everybody was fine after that. Kiki Kutsi had a groin injury, but I think he's fine. But other than that, everybody is pretty healthy moving forward. But overall, in general, I enjoyed watching the game. Even though we lost, the defense had 5 turnovers, which is a huge bonus because that's what you love to see. I love to see what a different defensive coordinator, I can't talk, a different defensive coordinator, but we still can force turnovers. EJ Speed had a humongous hit stick, and it was insane. But Nick Cross was out there ball hawking as we expected him to do. He's going to be a very solid safety moving up. Playing in that box, man. He's going to be a very, 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 very good hybrid safety. They tried him, and he wound up catching the football. He's a ball hawk, so you can't do that. So shout out to Nick Cross. Isaiah Rodgers caught a pick. Sterling Weatherford had a very good game. The linebacker core, it's going to be very tough to see. JoJo Diamond had a good game. It's going to be tough to see who they get rid of when it comes to the defensive line and the linebackers, because I think, in my opinion, the linebacker core is very solid. It's very solid, so they can get rid of anyone, but anybody on that core, the linebackers, can be a huge bonus going into the season because I respect all of those guys on the linebacker core are really good. I have no issues with the linebacker group. The safety group is pretty decent as well, in my opinion. Cornerback group is pretty solid. Well, it could be better, but it's pretty solid in my eyes. The wide receiver core, like I said, is the biggest question mark circling going into next season. Wide receiver core and the offensive line, and who are they going to have starting? That's the huge question marks. Moving forward, Sam Ehlinger balled out. Shout out to Sam Ehlinger. Nick Foles struggled. Sam came in there, only missed like 1 incompletion through 2 touchdowns. Had like 88 yards or 91 yards or something like that. Played a very good game, and he's really more polished than what he was the years before. And it shows that how much he's grown and how more comfortable he was. Escaping the pocket, stepping up in the pocket, escaping the pressure, and actually dotting up those receivers and targets. The tight end unit was a force when they got the football when Ehlinger was in there. So I love the Ogletree. Kyler Granson was getting involved. I love the tight end group. The tight end group is really good, and they're doing what they're supposed to do because they're one of the tallest groups in the NFL. The tight end group is one of the tallest groups in the NFL for the Colts. So they did what they were supposed to do, go catch the football. But shout out to Sam Ehlinger, he balled out. You guys let me know in the comment section how you felt about week 1 preseason game. Who stood out the most, and who do you think needs to get a little bit better development? Who should get more reps going into week 2 of the preseason? Like I said, the starters won't be playing week 2. But hey, it is what it is. I enjoyed the game. It's not a win or loss situation when it comes to the preseason. It's just guys going out there and actually get a feel of playing football again, but going into the regular season. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.